Okay. Today is September 29th, 2023, and I have been in a foul mood. Everything seemed like it sort of went wrong at the same time. A couple days ago, what was it? 2 or 3 days ago, I attempted to sign up for I forget what I was signing up for. Oh, for Verizon plan. Or was it? I can't remember. But I ended up logging into a fraudulent site online pretending to be whatever I was trying to take care of. And I just, I was a little bit tired when I was doing it, and I overlooked some things that I should have spotted right away. And they asked me to enter password and username and to set up the account or whatever. And then finally, and they wanted it over again. And then some shit popped up that was from years ago. Information they had on me popped up on the screen from years ago. A bill that I owed that was paid, a payment or something for $130 or something. I forget what it was to, undoubtedly for computer stuff or something. And then they had some other information, and it looked like this was half what they were pretending to be a site, and the other half was a financial thing. And, I was trying to pay Mint Mobile. That was it. I was just trying to go. Mint Mobile, I had paid for. I'd paid for them in the past. I used them in the past, and I switched to Google Fi. And for a while, and then the reason I switched was because at Google Fi, I got a cell phone discounted if I went with them. So I dropped Mint, which I was happy with. And so then, anyway, just recently, I decided to go back, and so I paid for 3 months of Mint. And so it was coming up time to renew, so I decided I wanted to, go in and renew and also have it automatically taken out of my account. So I went in, that's when I ran into the fake Mint account. That was it. And apparently Turbo or whatever they're called, there's a video, I made a video about this a few videos back. And it was, then it was like, my God, this is, so I just stopped that. It was too late, apparently, because they had some information that enabled them to look someplace else and come up with something that they could use someplace else, date of birth or who knows what. So anyway, I realized that, how did I realize that? Oh, okay, right away at my bank account, pretty quick, the next day or whatever, there were 3 entries. 2 were, like one was for $1, a thing which was for $1 at the bank. They were trying to take out $1, and then they were trying to take out $1.50. The bank let them take out the $1, but they marked down that the $1.50 was, this must be a hack site or something. And then the other was they wanted $150. And of course, so I called into the bank and they said, oh, okay, so you need to fill out okay, I said, I'll fill out a thing. And so I was talking to the lady, and she was working okay, and we're down almost at the end, but very almost the beginning or whatever. I said, I don't want to close the card out and get a new card. I just want you to stop those things from whatever. And the lady said, oh, okay. So got down to the end of the thing, And okay, I made a video. I've made a video on this. I had a whole bunch of cell phones. I had cell phones before there were cell phones. Back when what were they? I can't remember the names of them. I had those. I went through a whole series before there were cell phones. And so with this, okay, this is the first one I've had. I've had a bunch of cell phones. I've had 3 Motorola, cell phones. 2 of them were the ones where you use a stylus, and one wasn't. Liked them, no problem with them. I've had other cell phones, and although I don't use them a lot, I don't do well on any kind of a telephone. So, but with this, I very rarely use it. But when I usually use it, I have to, I'm going to have to push something on here, the keypad. I have to push 5 to go to such and such a department, push 3 to do that, and that kind of stuff. And the screen keeps going dark on me. And what the fuck's that? Why is the screen going? I knew it wasn't a bad, broken cell phone, but then I did some searching, and there's a video or 2 back on that here online, where people talked about it. Well, yeah, that's just a function of this. These are so, these are so powerful, cell phones nowadays, that's what they do. And if you put it up to your ear, of course it goes, turns off the screen, I guess. I guess it turns off the screen. I never put it up to my ear. And then otherwise, if you have it down like this and you're using the cell phone like this, well, what you have to do is you have to touch your screen every 10 seconds or it's going to go dark on you. And I want the screen because the only reason I'd be probably using the cell phone would be I'm going to punch something in, a password, my password number, or I'm going to punch something in. I'm not going to be talking to anybody on a cell phone with my hearing and what have you. So I did a video about this situation, and then the people popped up. Yeah, that's the way it works. Pain in the ass, isn't it? And then some people had, well, what you can do is, do this and do that. None of those things worked. And then there was a couple recommendations on, okay, you can download this, thing, and it may work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work with them. So anyway, crap. So anyway, I back to where, these people had tried to take money out of my bank, and I called the bank, went to the department or whatever. Oh, okay. And the lady said towards the beginning of this thing, well, okay, well, we may have to, disissue. And I said, I'd rather not if you can do that. Or if you can do it. My son lost his, thing, and the bank gave him right away, the number for the new card that would be coming in the mail, would be coming in the mail. And so he could use that number. I said, I'd want to go that way. But I said, I really don't want a new card unless you think it's positive, that I positively have to. So all this time that I'm having, and she's looking up stuff and doing stuff, and then she's also not understanding. She said, well, you owe Mint Mobile for that. And I said, yes, I paid them when I was, online with them for the next 3 months, which would be, I forget what it was, $50 or $40 or $30 or something like that. And then she says, well, they were trying to take out $150, and I said, no, that wasn't them. That was a hack. That wasn't them. But she was going on, yeah, but you did pay for it. And I said, yes, I did pay, whatever that was to, because that was actually after I didn't pay those people that are, I was the next day or whatever, I went to the site, logged in on the phone to Mint Mobile and paid, but she was just harping on that thing. Well, this $150, maybe they charged you, maybe they raised the price for 3 months, or maybe you're paying for 6 months or whatever. I said, no, but anyway, she was a nice lady. And then, but I'm having to, because she's, well, push 5, whatever, and I'm doing, doing this crap, and pissed. I mean, insane. I mean, if they needed some video of somebody, but of course I wasn't, I was calm, but I was, plus 2, having difficulty hearing. Makes it really difficult. So I'm trying to keep the screen lit because she's going to ask me to press, okay, when enter a year or such and such, And then I hit hang up, and it hung up on her. So I called right back in. And let me give you something on the screen so you're not just looking at a small picture of me. Oops. So I hung up on her. So I called back. I knew that was going to be. So I called back, and they referred me to somebody, and then he referred me. This is the bank, and I got referred to somebody else, and then I got a really nice lady, and then she said, well, okay, well, you need to, you're going to need a new card. Oh, I think she said a new card had been sent to you. Well, a new card has been sent to you, I think she said that. I said, oh, my God. And so I was doing stuff on the phone with her, and then, found out some information, and then got off. Now, at the same time, and there's a video, I'll talk about this, Wells Fargo for months had been saying, sign up for our, new banking thing, we're switching or whatever. And then, of course, they said, but nothing changes. And at this very same time, so I thought this had something to do with it. At the very same time, bang, they switched. They changed the name of the email thing and the savings, my savings thing, the name of it, It didn't say Wells Fargo anything or whatever. And so I thought, well, that's got something to do with why this thing didn't go through. That's something that should have gone through. I think I ordered for Darlene, a frying pan. And it didn't go through. And so it looks like that I have a new card coming in the mail. And then another thing happened. So I had to, because we ordered food and we pay out of my account. And I knew that wouldn't work because they changed the card number, and I didn't have the card number yet. And so I tried to change to PayPal to put that. Well, I didn't have to change. PayPal was already on my list of places where I could pick that one to choose from. And wow, Elizabeth Feinstein, at 90 years of age, she's been incapacitated for I don't know how long, but still a United States Senator. And, she wouldn't, and then I guess at some point wasn't able, and then the people around her all have jobs, probably making really good money. They weren't going to do anything and so she's been there, and she's been a Democratic vote that the Democrats need. But she finally passed away. things have been a mess. I think I had some place to go, but I'm going to stop there because things have just been a mess. Oh, anyway, I was confused because I thought, okay, these things aren't happening because of this attack, you know, or whatever. Well, no, they weren't happening because... Oh, and I thought too, well, okay, when Wells Fargo Bank made this change, which they said, you know, the beginning was like for a couple months, oh, sign up, we're switching over to this new way. Nothing will change, your numbers will all be the same, but switch over. Nobody switched, well, I don't know. I didn't switch over. And so, boom, we're automatically switched over. This is all happening on the day that all this other stuff is happening. And I thought, how could this happen? How could they make this kind of a mistake, make the change, and direct deposits don't work, and all kinds of things do not work? And so it's been a disaster. But during this time when everything was disastrous, there's a couple of videos about it. 2 salesmen came for Verizon, and they just dropped it off at the front door. There is this card that pops out that says setting up your Verizon Internet Gateway, and it was easy before when I did it. And if you're wondering why I did not, you know, watch previous videos. Okay, system status, system strength, Wi-Fi status. I wonder if this is exactly, or did they change it? I was thinking the one I had before. Well, look at the past video. Prefer to use the app for setup. Okay, there's how you do that. Wait 10 minutes. Check the signal strength. Wait up to 15 minutes. Connect your personal devices. Okay. Okay, here's the power supply. Feels very professional and substantial. Drop it, let's see. I was thinking the other one was round, but I can't remember. Okay, there's some data on the bottom that I don't want to show you. And, okay, is that it? The power supply? Is there nothing else? No, there is not. Okay. Anyway, here is the front of it. Down here is the light that if it's green, you're okay. And that's it, except, you know...
I don't know that.
Except for plugging in the bottom. I guess nothing plugs into the bottom. There's some, you know, things you need to enter in. So that's it. So I'm going to stop now and try to hook this thing up. Wish me luck. I hope everything, because of the way things have been going, wish me luck. The people who came here back about 6 months ago and signed me up, those salespeople, they messed up. They shouldn't even, and the people who came the other day said, I'm so sorry for those, you know, and it was like, he kept going on like, oh, you know, you don't have to remember their phone number or their number or whatever. They need to be reported to the company or whatever. Because I said, well, anybody can make a mistake. I said, undoubtedly you're hooking people up in this area, and then they just came into this apartment complex and He said, no. He said, this wasn't on the list, of course. And he says, when they're, like he says, see what I'm using over here, I'm here doing this. He says, see this, I think he said green light. See the green light? If I were in the wrong place, the light would be red. When it's green, then I can sign, because this is in a coverage area or whatever. So he said they really messed up. So I think that's what he said. I've been under so much craziness going on here. Okay, I'm going to stop this, upload it, and then I'm going to set about hooking this thing up.